Not much else needs to be said when you mention Lambeau Field. I tell you, this is looking to be a good one between Minnesota and Green Bay. We'll now go to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth for our call. Guys?
The forecast has a wind advisory in effect for tonight's game. Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth here, getting set to bring you this windy action. Chris, what are your thoughts on this weather? Not the best of conditions.
If there's any weather that kickers and quarterbacks hate, it's wind. They can take the rain, snow, sleet, and none of that matters, but wind drives them crazy.
Chris, what are your thoughts on this one?
You know, everything starts up front. Talking about the offensive linemen, about the defensive linemen, they have to play well in this one. Both coaches have to challenge these big guys offensively and defensively.
Green Bay trying to call an audible on defense. They hand it off. They tackle him for a loss. It looked as if the offensive line just collapsed on that one.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat them off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence, and if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line's going to really struggle.
And they use motion. He'll get it again. He gets out to about the 22-yard line. Peterson gains around 3 yards on the run. It's third down now and 8 to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. Jackson back in the shotgun for this one.
Here we go.
Jackson drops to throw. Looks down the field. And it's incomplete. That incompletion will bring up fourth down. Fourth down. Looks like they're going to punt it away here. Kluwe to punt. Punts it. Blackman fields it at the 41. He got everything he could, but there really wasn't much there.
Boy, he hardly had any room to do anything there. They've got to come up with a better scheme or some better blockers or something. This guy's a good punt returner. He's just not getting any help at all from his teammates.
Rodgers adjusts the play at the line. Rodgers on first down. Passes the ball. He's tackled at about the 41. Williams seems to be a little shaken up on that play.
Dump this one off to your fullback. They might not be paying a lot of attention to him.
There are 3 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. The Packers changing their play at the line. Drops back on first down. On the run, he throws it. Harris bats it down. The defender got there in time to break that play up.
He did. He was able to get his hands on the ball, but if he had missed that one might have turned into a really big play.
Rodgers calls an audible. Drops back, looking for an open man. Throws out right. And they get him around the 17-yard line. He gunned that one in there for the first down, didn't he?
He really did, and when you watch a guy throw a ball that hard, they don't move their arm any faster. You see him driving off that back leg. That was a pretty pass.
Rodgers with the give. Brought down at the 16. The running back gets about a yard, maybe less. Second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 16. The Packers line up in an I formation. Give to the tailback. Huge hit. A pickup of a yard for the halfback.
That was a big shot right there. You talk about getting your bell rung. That was the Liberty Bell ringing that time.
The Packers changing their play at the line, looking to throw. Knocks it away. And not a good throw that time. He forced it right into coverage.
Well, this is a guy who's known for taking some risks, but that was an unnecessary risk there. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
It's good. He puts that one right through the upright. And here's your drive summary for that last series. The kick is away. And we won't have a return on this one. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. He looks to throw on first down. And he caught it. He's tackled around the 24-yard line. Nice pass and catch on that play that gets him a lot closer.
Yep, and that's really just the way they drew that one up. You take what the defense gives, looking to move the ball efficiently downfield with intermediate passes.
The defense comes up tight on the coverage. Drops back to pass. There for the catch. Fumble. The defense dives on the ball. To the 20. To the 10. Ball came loose, and the defense was right there to pick it up.
It's amazing, isn't it? When that ball gets on the ground, to watch these defenders, watch the intensity change as they're going after that big turnover.
They're probably looking for the run here. You should throw it and hope you get a guy wide open.
Grant is the deep back as they line up in the I. Rodgers adjusts the play at the line. Looks to pass. Scans the field. What a brutal hit. And here's a perfect opportunity to take it. Back to pass. Scrambles. Passes the line. They'll score. Touchdown. He didn't see anyone open, so he just took it in himself.
Even quarterbacks who don't like to run sometimes will take off and run when the smell of that end zone is so close.
Lining up for the point after. Up and good. Crosby will be kicking off. Here's the kick. And it's out of the end zone for a touchback. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. The Vikings line up with 3 wide. Drops back on first down. Makes the reception. And he's out at the 23-yard line. Not much of a gain at all on that completion. What happened on that one?
Well, I think the offense really just trying to make a safe throw rather than taking a big chance and throwing it down the field. You get the ball in the hands of your receiver and let him try and make a play. That time, nothing there.
He drops back. He's there for the catch.
Number 81.
5-yard gain.
Gain of 5.
3rd and 1. Ball on the 29. I don't think there's any question as to how this offense wants to pick up this first down. He's under a heavy rush. He's dropped for a loss.
Let's go right here. Personal foul, face mask, defense.
That's a huge mistake for this defense. You can't let things like that happen.
Oh, and look at them out there. They're just sick. You make a stop on 3rd down, you're going to get off the field. They're all kicking the dirt right now because they gave up a cheap first down.
Here's the pass. Threw it right to him, but he can't hang on. Berrien was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete. So they'll face a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. Minnesota comes out with an I formation. Fullback on the inside give. Gain of 4, and that makes it 3rd down.
Gain of 4.
They'll line it up again on 3rd down. Minnesota is going with the offset I backfield. Defense is getting pressure. And they can't connect. We'll probably see the punt unit here as that incompletion brings up 4th down. It's 4th down. The Vikings line up to punt. Blackman is back deep to return the punt. He gets it away. He fields it at the 17. He's dropped right around the 30-yard line. What happened to the coverage there, Chris?
Oh, come on. They completely lost containment on that guy. I mean, you just can't let that happen. I'll be honest. They were really lucky they didn't give up a touchdown on that one.
They go with a run. Hit and drop behind the line. A great defensive effort there.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
Rodgers changes the play at the line. Surveys the field. Here's the deep throw. Brought down at the 33-yard line. This quarterback doesn't seem to have a problem with the zone, does he?
Yeah, that was a play that was really well designed. You could see how the play design stretched that zone defense. They found a little void and took advantage.
Nothing will keep the defense honest better than a good play-action fake.
Nickel package on defense. Grant gets the call again. He's brought down right around the 26-yard line. 7 yards there. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll need about 3 yards here on second down. The Packers come out in the ace formation. Adjustment at the line now. Rodgers looking to pass. He's running out of time. He breaks this one for a decent gain.
And in most defensive schemes, the one guy that is not accounted for is the quarterback. And it becomes so frustrating on those big downs if a quarterback takes off and picks up a first down.
And they'll run him again. Tackled at the 19-yard line. A 1-yard gain by the halfback.
You need to play it a little safe here. Run the ball and pick up a few. You're almost there.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Grant is the single setback. The Packers put a man in motion to the right. Gets away. He's going to take off. And they keep control of the ball. And it looked like the offense was able to draw them offside.
Offside, defense.
He helped the offense with that penalty.
And that certainly changes your play calling options now. When you pick up that cheap 5 yards, it really opens up the playbook.
And we've come to the end of one with the score. The Packers 10, the Vikings nothing.
You can't make any mistakes down here. So run the ball and just get it in there.
They line up at the 14. Green Bay using an audible. Drops back, looks down the field. He came down with it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Green Bay. So they're ready for the extra point. And the point after is good. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. Crosby is ready to kick this one off. The kick. It's fielded at the 2. Brought down at the 26-yard line. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. They'll take over at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. I formation here. Jackson gives it up the middle. The defender gets him to the ground. Peterson gets 3 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 29-yard line. Peterson lines up as the deep back. I formation. They'll keep it on the ground again. And they get him at the 31. Peterson comes away with 2 yards on the carry. It's 3rd and 5. Ball on the 31. They'll go from the I formation. He drops back to pass. catch is made. What happened there, Chris?
Well, they got caught in man-to-man coverage on that play, and I couldn't tell if the defender slipped a little bit or not. Maybe he just got beat on the play.
One-man backfield. Peterson will run it again. Couldn't make the last guy miss. He burst past the line and was nearly gone on that.
I love it. There's nothing more fun to watch in the NFL than that kind of speed. It's the reason they go out and draft these type of players, because if you give him a little seam, he can shoot through it and create some big plays. That was something.
They'll throw on first down. Pass completed. Brought down around the 21-yard line. Good job locating the gap in the coverage on that play.
You know, that's the kind of pass pattern I used to always love to run, because if the defense is even a little bit lax in their coverage, it's pretty easy to get that one in there.
Jackson calls for motion left. They hand it off again. He's brought down at the 16. Peterson found a hole and was able to pick up just around 6 yards, good enough for the first down. This offense has a great scoring opportunity right now. Let's see if they can make the most of it. Little handoff. He's dropped around the 14-yard line, and he gets a yard on the run. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 14-yard line. Single back formation. Here's the halfback. Tackled around the 11-yard line, so they get around 3 on the draw. The offense facing another third down here as they line up. Jackson calls for motion left. He drops back to pass. Tries for the end zone. Tight coverage, and it's picked off. Well, he looked like he was in the right place at the right time.
Unless you're the quarterback, then he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
1st and 10. They line up in the I formation. He fights forward to around the 16. Grant gets 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 situation here. Ball on their own 16. They line up in an I.
Watch the ball.
He'll get it again. He fights forward to about the 19. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3. So it's 3rd down now. The offense will need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Looking for a receiver. Crosses the line. The 3rd down run ends up being a decent gain.
And we've seen so many rule changes over the years to help the passing game, but not many to help the running game. So that's a little old school football right there.
They line up in the I formation. Green Bay changing their play. Brought down at the 30. 4-yard gain by the back. It's second down, 6 to go. Ball on the 30. Rodgers lines up in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers in the formation. Green Bay using an audible. Back to throw. Under heavy pressure. Oh, and they got him. That's definitely a play that's worth another look. Chris, why don't you break? That brings up another third down attempt. They line this one up in shotgun. 4 wide receivers are split out in the formation. The sack on second down will bring up a 3rd and long situation. They'll need 14 to convert. It's completed. He's brought down around the 29-yard line. And for as good of a catch as that was, this offense now has to deal with a 4th down. He gets it away. Berrien fields it at the 30. Cuts back and he's dropped. The quarterback and his receiver were clearly not on the same page last time, and it led to an interception. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 39. Jackson is in the gun. 3 receivers wide this time. Fakes to the back. Gets the pass off. And they get him at the 43-yard line. That pass is good for a 1st down.
And he had some zip on that one, didn't he? He reared back and threw that one about as hard as he could.
Looking to throw. Scans the field. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A good amount of yards that time on the pass.
And running backs who are good receivers are pretty rare. You know, a lot of times those guys, they come out and they're good running the football, but they don't make the kind of plays in the passing game. This guy can clearly do both.
Brought down at the 15. The defense just didn't match up well on that play.
Yeah, tough to match up one-on-one in man coverage against that wide receiver. He's pretty good.
This offense has really stalled their last 2 trips to the red zone. He's finally dragged down, and now it will be 1st and goal. The defense comes up tight on the coverage. Jackson back to pass. He's been perfect on this drive. That was a nice pitch and catch by these 2.
That play is just so hard to stop down here on the goal line. All you have to do is get a little body position. Quarterback zips it in there. These 2 guys are tremendous at that play.
And the point after is good. And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. He kicks it. That was a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one.
Be efficient here.
The
You
defense
can't
could
afford
do
to
no
let
wrong
time
the last
slip
time
away
this
from
team
him.
had the ball. They'll come out with 3 wide receivers. Back to pass. Passes to his left. Tackled at the 34. Strong, accurate throw leads to a pretty good gain.
Now, they didn't pick up the 1st down that time, but you drop back, you make a good throw like that. Now you're in position to try and pick up this 1st down.
Rodgers calls an audible. Drops back. He needs to get the pass off. Sacked. That's definitely a play that's worth another look. from their own 28-yard line. The Packers line up with 4 wideouts. Rodgers drops back. He throws right. He's dropped at the 31. And that reception won't be enough to move the chain.
Well, you really can't ask any more out of a defense on that one. They kept the play in front of them, came up and made the tackle. Good play, and they're off the field.
Gets it away cleanly. Makes the fair catch. The offense lines up and is looking to score again after a successful trip to the end zone on their last drive. Minnesota lines up in a double tight set. The Vikings put a man in motion. Hands it to the back. And they get him at the 33-yard line. And as we head to halftime, the score is 17-7.
Thanks. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first half.
He kicks it off. Nelson takes it from the 10. Dropped at the 36-yard line. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. He may have changed things up. Rodgers takes it back. Gets the pass away. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick. What an effort out there. He just got his hands in there and broke it up.
I love watching the closing speed of this defense. When they see the ball, they go get it.
The Packers changing their play at the line. The defense has him surrounded. Brought down around the 44-yard line. Nice little pickup on that pass pattern.
And I really shouldn't feel this way, but I get a little nervous every time this guy goes up to make a catch, because he's had a little bit of a history of dropping some balls, but today doing a nice job hanging on and a big play there.
Grant on the inside handoff. That was a tough few yards to pick up.
Running the ball to convert those third and short situations is a bit of a lost art in the game right now. A lot of teams throwing the football there, but not this team. They went back to power football and converted.
The Packers come out in a single back formation. Rodgers calls an audible. They'll throw on first down. There for the reception. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 42. And a nice pass to the tight end.
So much of the game today revolves around those substitution packages, trying to bring extra defensive backs on the field to try and help against the pass. But when you have a big receiving tight end, that really makes that plan awfully tough to execute.
Give to the tailback. And they get him at the 38. Grant picks up about 4 yards on the play. They line up at the 38. Green Bay lines up in a double tight set. Rodgers changes the play at the line. Looks to pass. Makes the grab. He's tackled at the 33-yard line. Grant picks up about 5 yards with the catch.
You got to get rid of the ball quickly here. 3-step drop and throw.
So another third down upcoming for the offense. Rodgers is lined up under center. 2 backs in the eye. It's the tailback. Tackled at the 15. They get it again on third down.
And that can really begin to deflate a defense when those third down conversions keep coming. You can almost taste the water on the sideline, thinking you're about to get off the field, and then they convert another first down.
Rodgers adjusts the play at the line. They'll throw on first down. And it's caught. He's dropped around the 8-yard line. The completed pass goes for a gain of 7.
Nice play there. It's only 7 yards, but that's the kind of underneath throw that eventually opens up some throws down the field.
Green Bay changing their play. The Packers just took their first timeout.
Now you're getting close. Run this play and get it even closer.
They'll need 7 for the score. The halfback with the carry. He gets in for 6. The back just found some daylight and got it in for 6.
I always say making the hole is the hard part. If you give any one of a number of backs a hole that size, they're going to be able to pop it in there for a touchdown. Nice blocking there by the big guys.
They'll go for 2 in this situation. Rodgers is under center. Offense lines up in an I. Rodgers doesn't like what he sees. Grant gets it on the inside. And they won't get the 2. Crosby lines up to kick this one away. Here's the kick. And it's out of the end zone for a touchback. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Peterson lines up as the deep back, I formation. Peterson gets the call. Brought down at the 25. Peterson gains around 5 yards on the draw play. They line up at the 25. Minnesota sets up in the I. Back to throw. Rifles it right. And they get him at the 35. That's a first down right there. Might want to play them a little tighter, maybe even go to man coverage.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to play a zone coverage against this quarterback. He does a great job in recognition, and that time you could see him move the zone defense just a little with his eyes before he threw it in there.
It's the tailback. Tackled around the 41-yard line. Peterson picks up about 7 yards there after getting the ball on the draw play. They come out with a big set. Minnesota sends a man in motion to the right. He drops back to pass. Surveys the field. And he can't make the catch. And he just managed to get a piece of it. Nice play by the defender.
And as a receiver, you really have to do a better job of coming back to the football at that point. You have to help the quarterback.
Brought down at the 45. The defense couldn't figure out a way to come up with a stop on that third down attempt.
And let's give that big offensive line a little credit there. They knew they were going to have to drive this defense off the ball, and that's exactly what they did on that one.
They're packed in tight on the line. Nice play fake. And it's caught wide open. Knocked out at the 36-yard line. A good play to the tight end that time.
And tight ends are so big that as coverage people, it's tough to figure out how to defend them. If you're on their left side, they throw it to their right side. If you're behind them, they throw it in front. Tight ends are tough to cover.
With the throw. And they get him at the 24-yard line. Good pickup by the receiver.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
Minnesota comes out in the shotgun. Drops back. Dumps it out left. Brought down right around the 14-yard line. Nice grab on the play, his second catch of the drive.
Yeah, and I'm going to expect to see a lot more passes to this guy. He's a good receiver. He's talented. He can make the catch and get upfield. But more importantly right now, this defense is creating some opportunities for him to catch the ball.
They'll go with the run once again. Almost got a yard. That'll bring up third down. Short yardage situation here. They'll need a little less than a yard to convert. Here's the give. Loose football. The safety scoops it up. And the defense comes up with a big play there.
Well, the number one rule for a halfback is you have to be able to hold on to the football. All the statistics show you turn it over and you're going to lose.
Drops back to pass. Moves up in the pocket. Good protection. Passes it out. He goes up high for the catch. A nice completion to the tight end.
I always thought tight ends were sort of like pacifiers for babies. You know, just about the time that you need a little security blanket, you know where to go.
Two tight end set. So, at the end of 3, score is 23-7.
I'm thinking that you can put them away on this drive. You don't need to score if you're able to chew up the clock. Remember, they need 2 scores.
He drops back to pass. He tries to scramble. And they got him. And that's sack number 4 in the game.
The pressure by this defense has been there all day, and offensively, they're just struggling trying to come up with a protection scheme that works.
So it'll be 2nd and 14 after the setback. The Packers come out showing 3 wide. Back to pass. Short pass to his left. He's brought down right around the 24-yard line. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play.
Yeah, really a nice route that time. One of the keys to playing wide receiver is the ability to not only get into cuts, but to get out of the cuts. That time, very explosive coming out of that cut, and it made the difference.
Let's go quick game, 44 press. 44 press.
Grant takes it up the middle. Tackled at the 19. And that was a nice pickup to get the first.
You know, as a former wide receiver, I never liked running the football ever. I thought it should be banned from the game, but when you can run it like that, boy, it's sure easy to make those calls.
Right. Close right. Hey, come on. Nasty. Hey, we got to watch the ball, y'all. Let's keep him down here.
They'll go with the run once again. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
Gain of 2.
Second and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 17. They'll come out in the eye. Sees something and changes the play. Rodgers will hand it off. He's finally dragged down, and now it will be 1st and goal. Green Bay trying to go up by 3 scores. Rodgers is under center. They'll line up in the I formation. Here's the give. Brought down around the 3-yard line. Just about a 3-yard gain. That brings up 2nd down. Only a couple of yards from pay dirt. Green Bay sets up in the I. Grant gets the ball. Grant gains about 2 yards on the run.
Gain of 2.
From the 1-yard line, the Packers line up with 2 tight ends. Green Bay changing their play.
Scatter.
Go right.
Take him. Zebra. Let's go. Come on,
Drops back. Gets in for the touchdown. Rodgers puts the ball right where he was able to come down with it for the score.
And how about that one, Tom? Remember the old song, he fought the law and the law won? Well, that time he fought the wall and the wall won.
And they'll try to tack on 2 points here. Rodgers steps to the line of scrimmage. 2 backs in the eye. He drops back. He scrambles around. He's under pressure. Great job there. They were able to convert.
And you could tell the offense had a plan throughout that drive. Not only did they get the touchdown, but they immediately got the call in for the 2-point conversion. They knew exactly what they wanted to do and executed it perfectly.
He kicks it from his own goal line. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. They'll take over at the 32-yard line. Single back formation. All kinds of pressure. He's dropped for the sack. They're going to need to tighten up their blocking, or this could turn out to be a very long game for the quarterback.
No kidding. I'd hate to be that quarterback right now. Clearly, this offense is having trouble recognizing the blitz, and even if they do recognize it, they can't block it.
Jackson is in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers split out wide.
Watch the switch. Watch the hard count. It's on 3. Regular.
Looks to pass. Scans the field. With the catch. Another fine pass and catch on that play.
I know we all talk about 40-yard dash times in the NFL, but as a receiver, if you are a great route runner and you understand what the defenses are trying to do to you, it doesn't matter if you run a 4.3 40. If you can get in and out of your cuts like this guy, you will always be able to play.
Here we go. Hey, I'm wide. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, defense, get low. Rigo.
Jackson drops to throw. And they're coming after him. And he catches it. He's brought down at the 45. And this receiver just loves it when the defense is in man coverage.
Yeah, there's no better feeling than when you're coming off the ball and you know it's just you and the guy across from you. That's just good old-fashioned football, but you also know typically when you get man coverage, your quarterback is under pressure.
They complete the pass, but he was out of bounds when he brought it in.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe throw there where only the receiver can make a play on the ball. Just a little too wide on that one.
Green Bay moves in tight on the coverage.
Big play, D. Loosen. Take off the top. Take off the top. Overwatch, red man.
Back to pass. Looks down the field. Completed. That's the arm strength we've been talking about all week.
And you know the amazing thing about this guy, we all talk about his arm strength, but did you see how fluid that delivery was? He didn't even look like he was trying to throw it hard.
They come out in a nickel.
Watch the ball.
They'll throw on first down. Throws middle. And they get him right around the 28-yard line. The quarterback just rifled that one in there for a good game.
He knows about this guy's arm strength, and if you wanted to see an example of it, right there it was.
Out of the gun.
Let's go now. Ready? Turn over, D. Eagle. Let's go stop. Eagle. We fell asleep. Play it.
Drops back on first down. He's wide open. Makes a move, and he's in. Touchdown. Another touchdown for the wide receiver, and the defense got to be a little frustrated out there.
You know, they just can't get their hands on him. He's just too quick at the line of scrimmage. He's too quick coming in and out of his breaks, and he's making this defense look bad.
Here we go, baby.
Pause. And they won't get the 2. And they really needed to convert that one.
Yeah, this offensive line is good, but when you're asking them to jam it in from a couple of yards out in this type of emotional setting, I think it's too much to ask. I like throwing the ball there.
Here's the onside kick. Hit and dropped at the 42. They just can't seem to catch a break in this one.
If you play the game long enough, you're going to play in a few games like this on both sides, but on the losing side, it's really tough. Really, at this point, all you can do is not quit. Go out there, keep fighting, and get ready for next week.
That was an excellent run there to pick up the first.
Yes, sir. He really found a nice hole, was able to exploit it for a good gain. They're going to have to do a better job getting in those running lanes if they're going to stop him consistently.
They'll come out in the eye. Inside handoff. He's tackled at about the 23-yard line. Grant gains around 3 yards on the run. Second and 7.
Let's go right.
Grant lines up as the deep back, I formation.
Let's roll. Green 88. Green 88.
Give to the tailback. Brought down at the 22. Gain of 2.
And that's why you send all those guys to plug up the holes, and that time there were no holes, really, and he was lucky to get anything on the play.
Regular. Which way, Rodger slam? Bang right. Tiger. Come on, D. Hey, watch this, man. Hey, empty.
Flag on the play. Looked like the ref is going to call this one back.
Let's get home, baby.
Holding. Offense.
It'll be third down again after that penalty.
You know, third down football is hard enough in the National Football League, but when you start adding yardage onto it, it gets even tougher.
Out of the I formation. The halfback with the carry. He's brought down around the 29-yard line. What about that play?
Well, I always like to see an offense stay aggressive, I guess, but at least in this situation, it's the fourth quarter, you have the lead, I can understand the call.
Here's the kick. And he makes it. What an excellent kick.
I don't know about you, but I was getting ready to question the coach's decision on that one, giving him an opportunity from that distance, and boy, did he ever make that coach look smart there.
Crosby will kick it deep. The kick is away. It's fielded at the 2. Drilled at the 28-yard line. The offense is looking to build off the momentum from their previous drive, which resulted in a touchdown. The Vikings line up in an I formation. Drops back. Rockets it. Brings it in. Minnesota calls a timeout. That was their second timeout. First and 10. The defense is changing their play. He looks to throw on first down. He throws it. Out of bounds, incomplete. That incompletion will bring up second down.
Please stop by the souvenir shop to pick yours up on your way out of the stadium.
They'll face second down and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Strong throw to the center of the field. Intercepted, and the defense closes the door on any comeback attempt. Great catch by the linebacker. Not a smart throw from the quarterback.
You know, it's hard to believe that you can lose a guy that big, but sometimes those linebackers dropping underneath in coverage, quarterbacks just don't see him, and he threw it right to him.
Rodgers with the give. Hate to say it, but this one looks like it's coming back.
Holding. Offense.
That seemed like the right call there.
Yeah, sometimes you have holding and sometimes you have tackling. That looked more like a tackle.
Jackson is the deep back as they line up in the I. Here's the give. He's dropped at the 42. Nice job of the running back. That'll give him 7, maybe 8 yards. Not really been a close one, as our final score is the Packers 34, the Vikings 13.
Thanks. And here's a look at your key plays in this game. So for Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth, I'm John Madden saying goodbye and thanks for tuning in.